Hey everybody, Substatica here. Welcome back to Survive on PlayStation VR2. Now, Survive is also available for PlayStation VR1 and PSVR, and I've actually played through the story on PSVR. You can find that on my channel. It's a very lengthy story with some great maps. Now, Survive's not without its issues, but once you get the hang of its mechanics, it's really a fantastic game. And we're going to check it out on the upgraded PSVR2 hardware. Before we get to that though, take a minute to click the S in the corner to subscribe. Heading for 50,000 subscribers, I'd love to have you on the team. Also like, share, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video or the game. Let's get into it here. Now, Survive has 3 modes, all of which can be played either solo or multiplayer, up to 4 players. So we've got story, survival, and trials. And we're going to check out some of the story today. Now, this is our main menu, and you select things by shooting them with a weapon. Careful not to shoot the menu selections unless you actually want to kick off the story or survival. But it's got a fair amount of options as far as comfort, control, audio. One of my favorites is the option to put guns on realistic. But I can't see many players running with the guns on realistic. So let's go back to normal. Still, it's fun to check out. In the menu area here, we've got a shooting range we can check out, which kind of gives you a preview of some of the weapons you'll be using in the game. Weapons all have their own magazines. That's a health spray. They have fire select, like the AK here. Got single, and then auto. Got the bow, revolver. I wasn't too keen on the revolvers in the game. Open up. There we go. But some players swear by the revolver. I think this is what, a Dragunov? Almost no recoil on that. So the game has a lot of attachments for weapons and different scopes, and you have to unlock those by finding magazines in the game. It's kind of a curious mechanic because you can get the items, but you can't attach them until you've got the upgrade. Sweet. There is a lot of ammo and weapon management in the game. You're constantly picking up new weapons so that you have more ammo and trying to carry as many as you can because backpack space is limited. And this is our backpack here. I triggered it by pulling the trigger over my shoulder. And we have, I think these are our magazine slots. Then we have small item slots and large item slots. And we've got a primary weapon slot on our chest and then holsters on each hip. And we also have our tablet, which is basically for interfacing with the menu and the in-game map. So having gone over the basics, let's kick off the story. Now for me, getting back into Survive here, it's like running into an old friend because I've spent so much time in it, finishing the story on PSVR. some parts I'd rather not go back to. So Chapter 0 is going to be an on-rails tutorial. I say on rails, but you can still kind of wander around, which is interesting. So we don't have any weapons, we don't have anything. So we're just going to avoid zombies if we run into them. I think we are protected since we're on the road. Now, the graphics maybe aren't up to what you would expect on the PSVR2, but they're not bad, and the map design is fantastic. This game has some of the most extensive, detailed maps I've ever seen in VR. Okay, it wants us to sprint. Please answer the radio. Was there a radio there?
My name is Jeremy Stanford. I'm a biochemical military researcher, and I'm working on a vaccine against a mutated virus, commonly known as SURV1V3. If you're hearing this message, please answer the radio. I need help.
Well, let's head to the radio then.
Iteration number 90609.
This is an all-frequency message. My name is Jeremy Stanford. I'm a biochemical military researcher, and I'm working on a vaccine against a mutated virus, commonly known as V1V3. If you're hearing this message, please answer the radio. I need help.
Okay, there's the radios there. Let's grab a flashlight. Gotta figure out how to turn on the flashlight.
906.
There we go.
This is an all-frequency message. My name is Jeremy Stanford. I'm a Oh, God. Thanks for replying. I wasn't expecting that anymore, but I sure was hoping somebody was out there. My name is Jeremy Stanford, and I'm a biochemical military researcher. Pleased to meet you. Fuck! From what I see, your signal comes from Santa Carla? You're well in the middle of a fucking hell. You could be even more useful because of this, though. Well, I'll get straight to the point. I'm working on a vaccine against the V1V3 virus, but I need help. Judging from where you are, you have a problem too. Let's help each other. I'll pull you out of that mess, and while reaching me at the hospital where I work, you'll help me recover some items from Santa Carla, if you're okay with it. You can take the radio and stick it on the left shoulder strap of your backpack so we can communicate freely.
Okay, I guess we have the radio now.
Tablets around. One of those can make the difference between life and death. Don't lose it. Understand? Take it and place it on the bottom of your back with your arm below.
We've already got the tablet, so we don't have to pick it up. We could, though. We're not going to get a second one.
On the table, you can check the map and the objectives that I'll give you. It won't be a walk in the park out there, and planning your movements will be crucial. With your tablet, you can also get in touch with other survivors. Shall there be any? Facing this shit in a team will be a lot easier.
So, yeah.
Now you have all the gear needed for free communication. I'm opening the fence.
You use the tablet to kick off multiplayer sessions and all that. Okay. Hit a save point. See if we can get ourselves a weapon. That doesn't want to open. Water. Nothing in here. You don't have to worry too much about food in the story mode, at least on whatever the default difficulty is, but a wrench. Thanks. But I assume at the higher difficulties you do, and in survival mode you do. So, there's a melee weapon. You can put that in the pack for now. Let's switch hands on the flashlight. Another shovel. Okay, looks like we may be getting a firearm up here. So let's put the shovel back.
Woo! Now comes the interesting part. You definitely must have blown a few heads off those fucking wanderers already. So, let's just go over it quickly, shall we? Take that weapon on the table, insert the magazine, load your shot in the barrel, and blow the bastard's head off. Follow the instructions on the sign if you're not making it. I'll open the next gate for you as soon as you get the hang of it.
Okay, so can we take one of these with us? Yes. And we'll take another one. That's got a tactical flashlight. Make sure to rack the slide. Now, I've heard that if you leave the laser sights on, just trying to get this one out of my holster, it doesn't want to come for some reason. There we go. If you leave the laser sights on, it can attract zombies, but I ended up leaving them on most of the time anyways. And then if we put these in our belt, we can see they start loading up our backpack with ammunition. So we've got 3 slots for magazines for our secondary and 4 slots of magazines for our primary. Okay, so let's put that back. Get one of these out. I think we can go with the laser sight for now. Like I said, there is a lot of ammo management, so I can actually take these as well. Does this one have a magazine? No magazine in that one.
Okay, you're pretty fucking good.
All right.
Now try reloading. Eject the empty magazine and stick the new one in. Follow the directions on the sign for help. Leftover magazines can be kept in the belt.
So some weapons you can just grab the magazine, but you need to release it here since there's really nothing to grab. Oh, he's taking quite a few shots. There we go. All right. Moving on. There is stamina. It's not really visible, but if you keep sprinting, you will feel your heartbeat increase. And then eventually you won't be able to sprint any longer. So let's check out the map if we have one, because you use the map a lot in the game. So we are in one compound, and it looks like we have to head to one of these red houses, which is a safe house. And that's where you can usually restock, and it triggers a save, at least on this difficulty. Maybe all difficulties. I did see that. Ooh, Deagle. Now the problem with taking a new weapon is that you don't have any magazines for it. You have to take the magazines as well. So if we switch to the Deagle, basically means dumping all of these, are they Berettas? Right? Just for variety, we will take a couple of Deagles. And we'll just take one to carry. Okay, what's going on in here? Anything? We've got a saw. We could take that as a second melee, but I can't say that I ever used the saw in my playthrough. But whatever floats your boat. I feel kind of short. Oh well, the height is calibrated. It's a bit misleading because when you look down, your knees bend, but that's because you're actually making yourself shorter.
We are approaching Santa Carla. You know, survivors usually tend to stay away from urban centers. The few who approach them do so to look for food on their lost loved ones. At least half of them don't even survive the first day.
Okay, let's keep moving. A lot of this game is managing where you are on the street, because if you're on the opposite side as the zombies, you can usually outrun them.
Okay, another important thing, if you're injured, you can cure yourself with that first aid kit. Try it. I suggest you always bring one with you. It may come in handy.
So he said first aid kit, but it's really first aid spray. It is valuable. And like one spritz really brings you back from the edge. And it goes in these item slots. So I'm tempted to actually ditch the flashlight just to take another health spray. One of the things is that you can't really tell how much is left in a health spray. You just have to kind of keep track. And if you come across a new one, then you want to switch up. There are zombies that move faster, but I don't think we're going to run into them here in the prologue. But we are getting low on ammunition, to be honest. I do have, I think, another 2 Deagles in my holsters.
You haven't used the backpack on your shoulders yet? You can carry items and ammo. Store them bringing your arm behind your head. Go on, try it. Follow the sign to try.
Follow the sign. Anybody behind us? Okay. We've done all that, so let's just move forward. Like I said, the mechanics take some getting used to. Like, you can put things in your pack over your shoulder, but you can't take them out over your shoulder. You have to trigger the pack UI and then grab it. And the fact that the pack items go into specific pack slots is another thing that you have to get used to. Now, you can find upgrades to your pack, which is in the form of backpacks that you find.
Here on out, you're going to find more and more walkers roaming around. Be careful. Make sure you always have your weapon loaded.
I'll have them loaded as long as I have ammo. So the game itself is split up into chapters for the story, and each chapter is a map, and then you do different missions on the map. And the maps are open. In this tutorial prologue, we're being led, kind of corralled along a path.
Splitting some fucking heads with an axe or a baseball bat can be so satisfying. You can carry up to 2 weapons at a time behind your back. Look at the sign and try it. Oh, I forgot. Be careful. Weapons can break after using them for a while.
I didn't do much melee in my playthrough. If you have firearms, that's generally preferred. Melee can get a bit risky, but going for beheadings.
Some places, you have to lower yourself to get through some passages. After all, those bastards just won't overcome certain obstacles. So keep that in mind.
Going for beheadings is the way you want to go. Uh-oh. As you can see, going for the arm there didn't really work. Now, another thing you end up doing a lot in this game is looking for your dropped weapons. So I dropped a deagle there. We already have a fire axe, so I don't really need that one. But I still want what's left in this magazine, so we'll pick that back up. And here we have a safe house. So we have flashlights on the guns, so we're going to ditch that one.
To force the locks on closed doors, you can use a drill. Plant it in the lock and drill until the door opens.
Now, I think this is going to be a safe house, and to get into safe houses, you use a drill. So you should always take a drill with you. You kind of get to choose your loadout for each mission. And if you forget a drill, you end up in trouble. Okay, so here we've got another weapon to bring and 2 magazines. We got.
When you find a door locked with a padlock, the only thing to do is blow it up with a fucking bullet. Or break it with blows. Shoot it or smash it by hitting with something. Just get the fucker open.
It's open. How many rounds are in here? Some.
Alright, what you see is a safe house. If something happens during a mission, you start again from that shack. I hope you never have to use it. You understand what I mean, right? In some cases, the door could be closed from the outside. In that case, in order to get out, you have to get some help from other survivors around you. You can use your walkie-talkie to ask for help.
Okay. Safe house. Whoa. Did I just break that window and get damaged? It's pretty common for the zombies to sneak up on you in this game. There's ones that crawl and sprint, and they don't make a ton of noise. Huh. These containers are a bit small.
Run out of ammo, you're dead. So always keep your eyes open. Abandoned houses and cars are the first place to search. Unless they were already looted by some other survivor.
We're still being protected by the guardrails. I guess I think that's funny that the tutorial is actually on rails. I suppose it's in rails, but that's kind of funny.
You can carry 2 guns in the holsters on your legs. Try putting one of those guns in the holster. Since you're at it, try doing it quickly. It will be crucial later on.
We've been doing that already. Okay, let's get our sprint on. We're a little more exposed here, so we'll move a bit faster.
That roadblock is infested with those damn fucking walkers. Facing them is way too dangerous. So take one of those zombie stew cans and pour that shit all over you. In order to blend in among them and go around, they won't notice you then. Watch out though. Remember to turn off your weapon lights. Try not to make any noise, or they'll spot you.
Nope. Uh-oh. Okay. Turn off weapon lights. How do I open the zombie juice? Okay, R1 button, then press R2 and pour it over your head. Okay. Is that going? R1, R2, that didn't work. R1. There we go. So this is the equivalent of gut face in Saints and Sinners, but the movement speed is painfully slow.
Attention.
Now,
Protocol quarantine failure.
Try to look like one of them. If you manage to get to the other side, close the fucking gate behind you. Good luck.
Okay, I did that wrong. I should have closed this gate before pressing the button. Wow, they are all bunched up at the exit. Not looking back. Okay, where's the button? Over there. Alright, they're not really following.
Woohoo! You did it! Well, let's move on.
Alright. Some more magazines. Give ourselves a spritz. And moving on. Another safe house. This is not a checkpoint. Helmets are a thing. That was odd. I guess I'm still getting used to the haptic triggers. Hey, what are these guys doing in my safe house? Anybody else in here? Okay.
A little over a year has passed since the first recorded case of infection caused by the V1V3 virus. Look at the shit we're in now. After such a short time. Could it be the end of it all?
Where are we going now? Okay. Saying there's a green circle here. I don't think that's where we need to go, though. We went in the safe house. Let's continue on down the road. So, we can avoid that zombie, I think. Oh no, he's getting up. Big fella. Okay. Holsters are full. We are getting a primary.
Soon, you're gonna arrive in the industrial area. Be careful. There's a high concentration of fucking walkers in there. You'll need something more powerful than a gun. Take that rifle, load the shot in the barrel, and get ready to blow a lot of heads up.
Okay. Why can't I eject the magazine here? Kind of want to take the magazines out. What does it say about it? Okay. It's just telling us about loading it. Alright. We'll worry about dropping the magazine out at this next station, I think. Now, you do move slower when you raise your primary.
You can carry up to 3 magazines for your primary weapon. Try to aim at the head. Don't waste your shots. You run out quickly.
Okay. So, I've got actually 4 magazines for my primary and 3 slots for my secondary with only 2 there. And I actually have a second primary on my chest, so I'm bringing this one along. And then when it's empty, I can just drop it. And we are on single fire. Okay, looks like we're going this way. Try to take them out from a distance, but you can kind of get into a trap.
Almost all weapons have a switch for changing fire mode between single shot or burst. Sometimes precision will be needed. Other times you'll have to use all your firepower. So follow the instructions on how to switch, okay?
You can kind of get into a trap of spending too much ammo trying to hit distance shots.
Shit! It's full of motherfuckers! Be careful, I have a bad feeling about this. Fuck! I knew it! Take out all those bastards! Shoot those fucking heads!
Okay. And obviously, remember, you've got your sidearms too. Hopefully they are charged and ready. What's over here? Okay, can I grab the magazine now? Ah, there we go. Interesting. Now it's working. It seemed like a double tap of one of the buttons at first, but we're good now. Where are we heading? Just have to watch out for the runners. There we go, we're out. I hit the fire selector instead of the charge handle there. Coldplay. If you say so. Some interesting graffiti.
Shit, this is a shitty situation. More bastards to gun down. You're gonna have to empty your way through those walkers. It's the only way to get out of the industrial zone.
Easy peasy.
I'd say continue straight on. You're almost there at Santa Carla, so pay close attention from now on. You're gonna find the road blocked soon. On the right, you'll see a military building. Enter it.
So you do come across zombies with explodables, tanks on their back, and the radius is surprisingly large. Okay, is this the military building? It's not really a building, but I think this is our first base, if I'm not mistaken. Can I close this? No.
Fuck! You made me shit myself, but you did it! Good job!
Looks fun in there, huh?
Do you copy? This is where the fun begins. I bet you can't. Perfect. In the next room, there's the armory with all you need. I'll open the door for you. Good. You're almost ready to blow some heads up. Now let's check the accessories, gun sights, lasers, special ammo, and other house specials. To mount them, you need to learn first how to do it. It's not a thing a biochemical can teach you. Around the city, you'll find some magazines about weapons. I'll show you with the white circle on the map where to find them. You can keep those so you can read them later, okay? Let's try this out. Take that magazine on the table, put it in the backpack. Now try mounting one of those tactical sub-barrel lights you see on the table onto the gun on your chest. Just bring it closer to the attachment point. Come on. Much better this way. To unmount it, just follow the instructions you see on the panel.
Okay, hold X button to unlock accessories. We can see it's highlighted.
Okay,
and we
you know
can
how
grab
to do it now. In your backpack, you should be able to carry all small objects. On the table, there's most of the useful ones. You got a first aid spray. Perfect. Just one last tip. Firearms make a lot of noise and can attract other zombies, so bows and arrows can be quite useful on a few occasions. Take a quiver with arrows and put it in your backpack. All you have to do is just bring it to your backpack and wait a bit. Okay, now take a bow and try to use it. Follow the directions on the sign for help.
So, bows are powerful, but they're kind of annoying to manage the ammo, and if you have to take arrows out of your pack, I think you have to take them one by one, but you can reuse arrows, so there's that.
Congratulations! You successfully completed the mini course to become a zombie-killing motherfucker. Haha! It's gonna be a hell out there. Let's begin.
Now, to take arrows right out of your quiver, you have to hold the trigger on the controller that's holding the bow, the index trigger, and then grab an arrow from your pack. Otherwise, you'll just open the pack. Alright, that's going to be it for this first taste. That is the prologue, the tutorial, the intro. Next, he's going to give us a mission to do in the first map, in the first chapter. But there you go. Quick taste of Survive on PlayStation VR2. If you haven't already, take a minute to click the S in the corner to subscribe. Heading for 50,000 subscribers, I'd love to have you on the team. Also like, share, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the video, or the game, or any tips or tricks you have for Survive if you've played. What's your favorite weapon or attachment? Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.